Technology, the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald, Deputy Directors of Education, members of the 19thCCEM Local Steering Committee, senior officers in the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, artists, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this afternoon to be a part of a very, very important event, which is the unveiling of the 19thCCEM logo. Our minister will explain the significance of the logo to the overall planning and hosting of the conference. However, before he speaks, I invite Mr. Ambrose Fernanda, the chairperson of the logo committee, to provide a brief overview of the process used to select the winning entries. And just so we be aware, the 19th Conference Commonwealth Education Ministers will be hosted in the Bahamas in June of 2015. Mr. Fernando.
Hey everyone. It's a pleasure working with Ms. Chandler. We were in the process of selecting all the judges, all of the participants, to have such a wonderful competition for the Ministry of Education. In doing so, we decided to go through the process of selecting everyone who submitted from all of the different islands and eliminating that down to our 3 finalists for the local competition today. It was a challenging process. We analyzed, we went through the various processes to make sure that everyone who submitted actually tried to meet as much of the criteria that was required. And in determining so, we came down to our finalists. Because of this, today, the minister is going to explain to you how significant this logo is going to be, how this is going to be used, where it's going to be used, and how far this is going to reach, because it's not just in the Bahamas, or even to the point of just the Caribbean that we might be thinking. So, based upon that, we'd like to congratulate all of the artists and their efforts in submission, and the final winning logo will be revealed today. And from this, we'd like to say that we're proud for all of the Bahamians who participated, and we'd like to recognize right now Mr. John Beadle, artist, who is one of the judges. We also had Mr. Jolyon Smith and Dion Benjamin Smith, who also assisted with judging. And from that process now, we're going to pass it on to the minister to complete and explain all that's required.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fernanda. And I know you're anxious to see who the fortunate persons are who were successful in the logo competition. But before we get to that, I invite the Honorable Minister, who will now provide you with some additional details regarding this logo, why, and why it's so important to us for the conference.
Thank you. I'm excited to see the finalists myself, so very good. P.S. Campbell, Deputy Directors of Education, Senior Education Officers, members of the 19th Commonwealth Education Ministers Conference and the Steering Committee, artists, members of the media, good afternoon. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome you all here this afternoon for this eagerly anticipated announcement of the winner of the 19th Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers logo design competition. I wish first of all to thank the artists who participated in the challenge to participate in this exercise. I am pleased to note that in the 6 weeks that the contest was open, approximately 50 entries were received from artists from several islands, and as such, it was truly a national undertaking. I must convey thanks to the Logo Design Committee, which was chaired, as you heard earlier, by Mr. Ambrose Fernanda of the Ministry of Tourism, and Mrs. Pamela Chandler, a Senior Education Officer, Art and Design within the Ministry of Education. And the able other judges were Mrs. Dion Benjamin Smith and Mr. Joylan Smith, and, of course, the noted artist John Beadle, whose task it was to select the appropriately design that depicts the theme and purpose of the conference. This was a critical function of the local organizing committee of the 19thCCEM, primarily because the logo identifies the conference and allows the Bahamas as the host country to brand it in a very unique way. In addition to proclaiming the theme, quality education for equitable development, performance, paths, and productivity, the artist had to show the importance of the interconnectedness of these elements to educational leaders of the 2.2 billion citizens of the Commonwealth. Let me remind you that the conference will facilitate the exchange of best practices in education, promote goodwill, and foster mutual respect and cooperation between delegates of the member states. Additionally, the meeting will be held on the 22nd to the 26th of June 2015 at Atlanta's Paradise Island, and it will, among other things, increase the understanding of Commonwealth ministers and senior officials in critical areas and issues which relate to education. It will examine barriers to equity, access, and quality education and identify key enabling factors to address these issues. It will gain the commitment of ministers to specific actions identified at the conference and discuss the process for aligning plans and strategies to support the achievement of the new goals and targets for the post-2015 education development framework within the Commonwealth's priorities, processes, and platforms. This logo will tell the world that the 19thCCEM is being held in the Bahamas. After its unveiling today, it will appear on all literature, bags, shirts, paraphernalia, and in all print and digital media, including the website and Facebook page associated with the conference. I am certain that the winner will be proud to know that he, are they all he's? Or she? All he's, okay, he has contributed to the staging of this important and historic event in the development of education in the Bahamas and indeed across the greater Commonwealth. This is just one of several opportunities that we have conceived in an effort to involve as many from the Bahamian community as is possible. Soon we will launch the 19thCCEM song competition, a search for the song that promotes unity between member states within the Commonwealth and heralds the importance of education as a key component in our personal and collective development. Today, however, we shine the spotlight on these three individuals who were selected as the finalists in the logo design competition. Without further delay, I congratulate them and now call upon, I'm supposed to call upon the names now? Okay. I now call upon Mr. Daniel Williams, the third place winner, to unveil his work.
Taylor.
Okay. Second place winner to unveil his work, Mr. Damasco Gray. Yes, there's no secret now. CCEM logo design competition to unveil his winning design and also say a few words, Mr. Daniel Hanna.
Hello.
They never had so many cameras like All right. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to participate in this capacity. It was a fun design to work with. I figured the design of a maypole signifies the unity of all the individuals who are participating. It is a collective productivity. It unifies all individuals participating in it, no matter the paths that cross around the maypole as it is being platted. They merge and they mesh the performance of all the students. I wanted it to be visually pleasing to everyone. I wanted it to capture the emphasis, really. Past performance past, and productivity. Short and sweet. I don't know. I really don't know much more to say, man. I'm really stand there and
Thank you very much, Mr. Hanna. And if you didn't know it then, imagine how many persons are going to, how far and wide any form of communication that bears that logo is going to reach. It's almost like, what is it when you have years ago you used to have pen pals where you, chain letters. Yes, your logo is almost going to be like a chain logo. It's going to circle the globe, and that's a wonderful thing. 53 Commonwealth nations will, at least this will get to someone in each of those countries many times over, many times over. And everything we have, paraphernalia, letters, letterhead, whatever represents the, whatever we use in the conference will bear that logo. So I think this is a wonderful day, a wonderful opportunity for Bahamians, and particularly for you. And we thank you for your artistic vision, and you have a lot more than I have. I can't even find words to describe that, but it's actually, it speaks volumes, and so it's very significant and very, very unique and indigenous in its concept and tradition. So we thank you very much, and we certainly will use that. And also we want to say a special thank you to our other two finalists. All of the designs are very good. And we thank you very much. And opportunities like this open doors for Bahamian artists to do so many wonderful things. And like I say, just to get the message out that we are a force to reckon with. Never mind our size. All right, so thank you very much. All right, that concludes